Why does the pre-sequel exist? Why can't Randy Pitchford fucking finish anything? Why did he leave his USB of pornography at a table in a medieval times restaurant? That's actually true, by the way. Oh god, and we're back with this shit. Time to try and do the final few levels.
Yeah, I was going to reference a certain, shall we say, bonfire in a certain country, enacted by a certain group of people. But for political reasons, I cannot say.
Yeah, you know that Twitch is cracking down when they ban you for mentioning Guy Fawkes.
Yeah, let's just go with that. Sure.
Oh dear. I mean, if we go with the actual option, we'll get banned.
Yep, but you know what I'm talking about.
Of course I do. Good, onto Frankenstein's steampunk castle. Oh Christ, I hate these stages, I really do. The fortress stages are always the worst, Reese.
Are we towards the end now?
Yeah, this is the final section.
Oh, goody.
Like, they're always the hardest levels.
Why do they look like ODSTs?
No idea, just good enemy design, I guess.
Oh, speaking of ODST, you know what's coming?
No, ODST 2.
No, another reveal of Halo Infinite.
Oh dear.
Because E3 is just around the center, which means get your Squilliams out, it's time for shitposting. That image of Squilliam reaching out, and then the green text, E3 is in X number of days, or X number of days until E3.
Oh god. Honey, what's a disk drive?
Anyway, this, last year, the disastrous, absolutely disastrous showing of Halo Infinite, when there was Halo 3 tier graphics, Xbox 360 tier graphics, and everybody on the internet was hounding them like you would not believe, but I'm sure you saw it.
Of course I did. E3's a train wreck.
The Greg meme. And then 343 tried to own the meme, but then they just got laughed at even harder.
Yes, because companies can't meme properly.
And 343 can't make a game.
Yeah.
They're so hell-bent on being their own company and doing their own thing that they keep shooting Halo in the foot. If you ask me, the franchise is a zombie franchise. Every single time a new game is being talked about or is about to come out, most of the discussion is, this could be the game that reinvigorates Halo, or words to that effect. This could be relaunching it. And you just think, in my opinion, leave the franchise alone for at least 10 years, let it die for 10 years, then make another game, and actually take your time making it.
Yeah, that'll never happen though, because there's no money in leaving it for 10 years.
Yeah, it's a cash cow. You know that meme of, I think it was a Mickey Mouse walking to a cow that's really, really skeletal?
What you have to remember is that the people, like the executives in the video game companies, aren't interested in making games. That's why we keep getting increasingly worse Call of Duties every fucking year.
Oh, I've known that for a long time. But you know the meme where it's a very skeletal cow and Mickey Mouse is walking with like 15 buckets around him.
Yep.
Milking out and it's good morning, sunshine. That's Halo, and then there's 343 Industries walking to milk the franchise.
But fuck that, let's shit on Bobby Kotick some more.
Who?
The CEO of Activision.
Oh, yeah. That reminds me of another stupid company, Bungie. They thought they weren't getting creative freedom from in Microsoft, and they decided to partner with Activision of all companies.
It's just like, it's absolutely atrocious though how much he's overpaid, while his staff are actually fucking starving. Like, Bobby Kotick's actually like the most overpaid CEO in America or something though. Like, at least when it comes to the video game industry. Because he gave himself like a $50 million bonus or something, while his employees literally can't afford food in the goddamn canteen.
The billionaire weirdo is still taking an absurd amount of money home, just not so much that he's 300 times more compensated than the average Activision employee.
That's amazing. In a very depressing, greedy way. It reminds me of Neil Druckmann.
Yeah, Neil Druckmann's another one.
Yeah, with Neil Druckmann, because the lockdown policies were just starting to bite, a lot of workers wanted their bonuses or wanted their salaries up front, and Neil Druckmann refused to pay. But then he took a massive bonus himself while denying bonuses to all of his other workers. So they had no money.
Oh god, what is it? Cyberpunk as well. Cyberpunk, they gave the people who made that like a $3 million bonus between them or something, while 6 executives took 20 million or something.
And then you remember that the Polish government gave them a grant to make the game?
Yep.
So now the Polish government probably want that money back.
Oh yeah. Like, what the fuck were these 6 people doing, though?
With Halo, they're going to try and convince us in the Microsoft stream that they haven't just been wasting their time. They brought the original writer, Joe Staten, back on board, but it's too little too late. If you want to save Halo Infinite, you have to make it from scratch. You have to write the game from scratch. Because Joe Staten can write a good story if he's left the fuck alone to his own devices.
Yeah, but the problem is now he has to work around their tomfuckery with Halo 5.
Yeah, and you know that, well, even Halo 5 itself was salvageable after the clusterfuck that was Halo 4. I think I've told you about length before.
Yeah, but then they retcons the earlier games to stick their fucking Mary Sue in.
Ah.
What the fuck is it, Spartan Locke?
Oh yeah, the Gary Stu. God, he's just such an awful character. Yeah, Halo 5 could very much have been a good game off the back of Halo 4, but they missed so many opportunities to actually write a good story.
Halo 4 was disappointing as well, though. Like, Halo 4 was creatively bankrupt as fuck. They couldn't be bothered to come up with actual antagonists, so they just overwrote the ending of the previous game by making the Covenant the villains again.
Well, the main villains weren't the Covenant, it was the Forerunner. It was the Didact.
Yeah, but the Covenant was still the main fucking enemies that you fought until the Didact shows up, though.
Yeah, and that was... The Didact shows up, what, a third of the way in the game?
But even, like, my point is, come up with some new enemies. Like, the Covenant story fucking ended with the third game.
Yeah, you'd have to have read the books to understand who the Didact was, who the Prometheans were, everything like that.
And then he got killed by a fucking hand grenades.
The biggest problem with the story is that it's not self-contained. Even if you played all the other games, you still wouldn't know what the fuck's going on unless you've read the books, or unless you've really read up on Halo lore on places like the Halo wiki. The story isn't self-contained. It doesn't introduce people who are new to the Forerunners in a self-sufficient, self-contained way, and you're left thinking, who the fuck are these people? What do they want? What's going on here? And it didn't feel like Halo.
The least you should do is stick a bit of exposition in the game.
Yeah, they couldn't even do exposition that way.
I'm all for having a story that's not self-contained, but you need to actually have exposition done well. Every story is potentially someone's first, but not every story is the first story.
Yeah, thing is, with Halo 5 Guardians, you could have easily had a great way to introduce exposition into the game, and you could have had the Forerunner AI that was Mendicant Bias. And that was alluded to in the very first fucking trailer that unveiled the game. The implication was that he was going to an ancient Forerunner site to break out of, effectively prison, Mendicant Bias, and he was being protected by a Guardian because obviously he's the most dangerous threat the Forerunners ever accidentally made.
Fuck that though, let's just have this generic plot about killing the Didact with a fucking hand grenade.
No, this is Halo 5 we're talking about.
Oh, even better.
Yeah, they could have introduced Mendicant Bias into the story, and that would have been a brilliant thing to do, because that opportunity for exposition is incredible. It's off the charts. He can, because obviously if you know anything about Mendicant Bias, you know he was the Forerunner AI that went rogue, allied with the Flood, and was destroyed by aggressive bias. So, and then throughout Halo 3, especially, he was communicating to Master Chief through the terminals on the Ark, wishing to atone for his mistakes, knowing, of course, that he can't ever undo his wrongs, but he wishes to make amends. So that's a brilliant opportunity, and they completely missed it. And then Mendicant Bias could have been a great ally, and then you didn't need to bring back fucking Cortana, who died in the previous game in a very unsatisfying way. Honestly, when I finished the end of Halo 4, I thought, wait, she's dead? That wasn't done well. And then it could have been something fresh, it could have been something new, but they didn't do it. It's stupid.
Yeah, media's just kind of creatively bankrupt at the moment, because they're afraid to try to make new stuff because it won't bring them an immediate profit.
And then on Sony's side, you've got the complete fall from grace that is Naughty Dog.
Yeah.
For Sony's sake, one of the great games that they can make is another Jak and Daxter or remake Jak and Daxter, but for the love of God, do not let Naughty Dog touch it. I know it's their baby, but do not let them touch it. Do not let Neil Druckmann anywhere near it.
At least we got more confident people making Crash Bandicoot stuff now.
Crash Bandicoot looked like a good game. I haven't played it, the new one.
Oh yeah, 4 is good. It's flawed, but it's still better than most of the other ones.
Have you seen the new protagonist model for Horizon Forbidden West?
Nope.
Oh, that's being mocked online.
Oh, is this that one where it's like, it doesn't look like a woman or something?
Yes, so Sony did it again.
What have they done this time?
First it was Abby with The Last of Us 2 where they made it look like a man.
Honestly, honestly, The Last of Us 2 is a terrible fucking game. But honestly, I'll defend Abby's character model. Just because apparently it's based off of the actual motion capture artist.
Yeah, well, with this character for Horizon Forbidden West, there was an interview I saw where apparently they said they didn't want to give it too feminine features because it would make it look weak, so they gave her more masculine features to make it look like a strong character.
Yeah, okay, that's a dumb argument. That's a dumb fucking argument.
I think Neil Druckmann had a similar argument with Abby.
Where the fuck were we before we got sidetracked on this? Naughty Dog can't make games.
Yeah, don't ever let them get control of Jak and Daxter again. They will ruin it.
And stuff it full of microtransactions.
Yeah, God, I don't trust them not to insert politics into it or ruin the fun of Jak and Daxter or Dark Eco and everything like that.
I mean, in all fairness, the original Jak and Daxter has about as much of a political message as your average episode of Captain Planet.
Yeah, but then, well, in my personal opinion, the change they made from Jak and Daxter 1 to Jak and Daxter 2 was one of the best things they could have done.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
That's the kind of thing I'm talking about, the thing that everybody remembers the franchise for.
I've never seen, like, a faster genre shift before.
That genre shift was, again, the best thing they could have done for the franchise. One of the best examples, no, the best example of a genre shift I've seen. It's so good. The golden age of Sony. The PS2 era. Golden age of Sony. And then, what else have they got? They've got God of War Ragnarok that they teased last time. They may show some more gameplay of Final Fantasy 16 because they announced that last time with Sony.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Been too busy revisiting 7 again.
Yeah, on the subject of 7, Final Fantasy 7 Remake Part 2, if that's not
No, it's not even Part 2. It's like additional stuff for Part 1.
What?
Because they're adding more stuff to like expand the universe a bit.
Oh, come on.
Well, no, this is good, because it's basically the sticking in more story for one of the optional party characters.
No, because this is just games as a service.
Oh, no, I'm annoyed at that, but like at the same time, I'm happy to get more fucking lore. It's why I hate episodic games on principle, especially Telltale. Like, I enjoyed Tales from the Borderlands, but I hate their business practice.
Yeah, I do not mourn the loss of Telltale at all. Every single game was a carbon copy of the previous one, just in a different costume. They ran their own franchise, they ran their own genre into the ground.
Tales from the Borderlands had some fucking good writing, though.
Sure, it had good writing, but it's not a game.
Oh no, I know. I'd still argue it's a better fucking story than Borderlands 3, though.
Absolutely, it is. And they could have handled Borderlands 3 stories so much better with Troy.
The problem is, Borderlands 3 just completely ignores the pre-sequel. And most of Borderlands 2. Why does the pre-sequel exist? Why can't Randy Pitchford fucking finish anything? Why did he leave his USB of pornography at a table in a medieval times restaurant? That's actually true, by the way.
Yeah, I can believe it. You've seen the picture of Randy Pitchford on his knees in the bathroom.
Oh, Randy Pitchford's a fucking con man. He's basically single-handedly killed Duke Nukem as well, purely by the fact that he won't sell the goddamn rights. Because 3D Realms could come back and do a new one easily. Like, they did Ion Fury, and that was fucking great. Like, they could easily do a new Duke Nukem and have it be well received, but Randy Pitchford won't let go of the fucking rights.
Yeah, they've done nothing with Bioshock recently as well. There's so many great franchises that people just stubbornly hold on to that are they're dead weight. They're worthless at the minute because nothing's being done with them. It's like £100,000 sitting in a bank account somewhere. If all that money's just sitting there, it's dead weight. It's not making any money. Nothing's being done with it. It's not being invested in anything. It's not making money. It's just sitting there. You know, Borderlands 3, they could have going back to that. They could have changed it so that Troy would actually take the powers of his sister. I can't even remember her name.
Calypso?
Calypso, thank you. No, they're the Calypso twins. What's her first name? It's Troy Calypso and... right.
Fuck, it's been fucking ages.
Tyrene, that's it.
That was it, yeah.
So...
My brain kept reaching for Irene then, and I was like, no, that's not right, that's Welsh.
Yeah, so he could have absorbed Tyrene's powers, killed her, and then suddenly he's the great antagonist.
No, I genuinely, that's where I thought it was... Oh god, this looks like an advancing wall of death, Reese.
Oh god.
It's got a skull... No, that's where I thought that it was going to go, though. Because, like, when you get to the swamp planet, like, he's very clearly thinking about who's surfing her, and then the plot just never goes anywhere with it. And it's like... Randy Pitchford has problems with finishing stuff, like every map he made on Shadow Warrior, or Aliens Colonial Marines. Remember Aliens Colonial Marines, Reese?
Yeah, I remember it was shit.
And how it took years for them to realise that he'd misprogrammed a single fucking line of code.
Yep.
Oh, it's almost like Randy Pitchford has problems finishing stuff.
Yeah, the side plot on... the Jacob's planet, that was poorly executed.
Yeah, a little competition gets our followers all riled up. But I'm not one of them. No, not anymore. I'm done getting table scraps.
Dragged on for too long. There was great potential in that side plot, but I didn't really do anything with it.
Oh shit.
There's the Wall of Death.
Nope.
See, there's loads of IPs that are just on ice, doing nothing.
Everything by Konami.
Yeah, everything by Konami. Those are...
I know I've said this in another episode, but Konami should just sell all of their IPs to Capcom.
Yeah, you and I have discussed this previously too. Metal Gear, Castlevania, and Silent Hill. Just sell them to Capcom. They can do much better with them. Then there's
like Castlevania. Like, we know that Capcom could do Castlevania as well.
Oh yeah.
Resident Evil 8. Resident Evil 8's the best fucking Castlevania game I've played.
How is that, by the way? I haven't played the game.
Oh, I just played a couple. Like, I've played just enough to get the hang of the controls without seeing any of the actual fucking story, because otherwise Sam would kill me.
Well, you gotta play it together.
Yeah, because he wants us going in blind, but I want to know how to do the controls properly. But no, what I've played so far has been excellent.
And then there is, I mentioned Bioshock. That's another zombie franchise. No one's doing anything with that. Return to Rapture, but make it good.
Not even Return to Rapture. I want to see him, like, do a city in a fucking volcano.
What, have it in somewhere like Central America or Indonesia?
Yeah, just like a geothermal plant, like, built into the side of a volcano. That'd be fucking awesome.
Well, yeah, just carve a cave city.
Yeah.
And then siphon the geothermal energy off of a volcano.
Yeah, that'd be a fucking great Bioshock city.
That reminds me, I've got an interesting story for you.
Yes.
Did you know that the El Salvadorans are now siphoning off geothermal energy to mine Bitcoin as an official currency?
Oh, God. Reese. Cursed information, Reese.
Yeah, Bitcoin is now an official currency in El Salvador. And the president has endorsed mining operations where they cut a well or a gorge and are using geothermal energy to power generators to mine Bitcoin.
Fuck, that's like, I've talked about how I hate Bitcoin before because it's going to destroy the environment. Apparently, it uses like 6 people's work. It uses the equivalent of 6 people running all cylinders for 2 days straight to do like 1 NFT or something.
Oh yeah, and NFTs, they just seem like massive scams to me.
Oh yeah.
They're money laundering written all over them. Yeah, the president of El Salvador, a man by the name of Nayib Bukele, he posted on Twitter this image of this siphoning off station that the El Salvadoran engineers have built, and he's talking proudly about using Bitcoin and bringing in investment for Bitcoin.
I mean, if it actually is running entirely through the geothermal, I've got minimal problems with it. It's when we're wasting all of the fucking fossil fuels to mine fucking Bitcoin. That's when I start getting annoyed.
Yeah, they're using geothermal energy because obviously El Salvador is on the Ring of Fire, and they've got all the volcanoes.
Oh God. I don't think this is what Johnny Cash intended, Reese.
And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire.
Yeah, this man is strange. So he's the president of El Salvador, but he's a meme man. He's in tune with memes because his official photograph, he's got a blue tick. This is his official Twitter account of the president of El Salvador. He's got a picture of himself and the laser eyes meme in blue.
Fuck's sake, no.
Yeah. Bitcoin valued 13%, jumping above $37,000 after El Salvador passes a law to adopt it as legal tender. Yeah. He retweeted something by someone called Amanda Turney saying, "Excuse me while I move to El Salvador real quick." Oh yeah, our engineers just informed me that they dug a new well that will provide approximately 95 megawatts of 100% clean, zero-emissions geothermal energy from our volcanoes, starting to design a full #Bitcoin mining hub around it. What you see coming out of the well is pure water vapor.
I'm of two minds about this, because I hate crypto, but at the same time, fair play to him, because it's not damaging the environment.
Yeah, he retweeted an account of another guy with meme eyes saying, "The president of El Salvador is reporting that the country's engineers have already dug a new well for their zero-emissions Bitcoin mining facility. This is less than 24 hours since the idea surfaced. Speed kills." He just keeps retweeting blue tick profiles with meme laser eyes. Someone saying Bitcoin is a swarm of cyber hornets feeding on the fire of truth. A ray of hope in a dark world, documenting Bitcoin. And he's just retweeted a picture of the world at night, or the Western Hemisphere at night, and a bright orange glowing spot on El Salvador. How it started, how it's going. And now he's retweeted a gif of a volcano erupting Bitcoin symbols.
No.
Who is this man? Excuse me while I move to El Salvador and take advantage of the Bitcoin mining.
You have some problems, El Salvador. Oh God. Some guy apparently got the rights to a goddamn Eminem backing track through an NFT recently.
What?
Yeah, there's some comedian who does like political songs taking the mick out of social justice warriors. And apparently he used an NFT to buy the rights to use one of Eminem's backing tracks, and then wrote a song called No Snowflakes or something. It's trending like #1 on iTunes at the moment.
Interesting.
This boss fight looks like a prop from Transformers.
Here we go, here's another one. A tweet from him saying, "I've just instructed the president of La Geo SV, our state-owned geothermal electric company, to put up a plan to offer facilities, plural, for Bitcoin mining with very cheap, 100% clean, 100% renewable, zero-emissions energy from our volcanoes. This is going to evolve fast." So yeah, El Salvador is using geothermal energy to mine the fuck out of Bitcoin and become stinking fucking rich. What's next? El Salvador is going to become the next Panama and Costa Rica rolled into one. Huge amounts of wealth coming out of that country. Suddenly the Americans are going to take an interest.
Don't forget, Bitcoin's only as valuable as we make it, though.
Everything is only as valuable as we make it.
No, I know, I'm just saying, though. Like, them becoming filthy rich is only good until they have another goddamn crypto crash. When people once again realise, sorry, this has nothing actually physically backing it up.
What, like fiat?
Yeah. You know what, there was a story that amused me recently where some guy lost like 20,000 because his Bitcoin wallet got hacked or something. And then the people that do Bitcoin wouldn't do anything about it. And then, like, his bank managed to get him back all of the money. And it just amuses me that, like, people keep pushing crypto as the next big thing. But in the end, it was regular money that works better just because of all of the fucking checks and balances.
I remember when Bitcoin came out and then people were using it for scams.
They brought it up on Have I Got News For You. Like, way back when it started. Because I remember they had to explain it to Ian Hislop. Because some guy had apparently used like 2 Bitcoin to buy $6,000 worth of gardening equipment or something.
Imagine if he held on to those 2 Bitcoins now.
Fucking millions. Good, I think, unless there's anything else that you want to say about cryptocurrency, I think that's a good spot for us to end this.
Sure. Yeah, 2 Bitcoin is £53,514 and 53 pence.
Yeah, go eat at Papa John's and they'll give you the Bitcoin equivalent of £10. So you can, like, stick that in a crypto wallet and just let it ride. Now, I think that seems like a good spot to end it there. If you'll excuse me, I'm off to go and eat $50,000 worth of Papa John's.
Alright.
To get my 2 Bitcoin. Join us next week when we conduct the stream from Traction. Is it Traction that you go to when you have a heart attack?
I have no clue. I think it's just hospital you go to.
Well, no, we'll definitely be going to hospital. I just need to know which wing to send the assassin to finish the job.
I don't fucking know. Cardiology for all I know.
And on that note, we're going to end it there. We'll see you all next time.